thing.
Oh, the space station or
Yeah.
the satellite that they
Crazy,
blew up. Yeah,
right?
it's fucked.
But when I was
Tell me we're not going to war.
when I was doing research for that story, to write in the newscast, I was like wrapping my mind around the concept, not even the concept, the fact the International Space Station is located in space.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like,
Right?
I've known that my whole life, but I haven't really processed, like, there are people who are working in orbit right now.
space.
What? That's sick.
We're literally going to go to Mars in
Yeah.
like.
I really
years of
hope in our lifetime.
Oh, it's going to be 10 years.
Do you think so?
I think the first crew will go out in 10 years.
And what's the duration? Like, it takes like a year to get there?
I mean, depends on how fast the craft is. I think probably around that. It's going to take a long time. But it's just like to set up. They're probably going to send ships there first to start setting up before we arrive, which is wild.
The concept of going to another planet is insane to me.
Yeah. They made Heinz did an experiment for the past few years.
The ketchup company?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Okay, listening.
So they grew tomatoes
Yeah.
in a Mars environment to see if they could do it, and they did it. So we could grow fucking food on Mars now. We know we can. At least you can grow tomatoes.
And you just have to alter the atmosphere, right?
Well, I think you just make like a little greenhouse, and you could do it from there.
Well, I'm talking about like
eventually.
if people were to live there, you have to like manufacture the atmosphere to be breathable.
Yeah, I think.
Unless you like
unless we all have spacesuits.
Unless you do the Doomsday thing, which Doomsday, the comic character, the Superman villain, where Doomsday, the premise of Doomsday is like they put this being on this environment where it can't survive and it dies, but then it adapts to those conditions and then it dies again and it keeps adapting and adapting and adapting.
How does it keep coming back?
I think it's like a trial thing. So like they analyze what killed the thing that time, and then they make a new one and they send it back out eventually till he's like this immortal being.
That's sick.
But like it'd be really fucked up if they did like a human thing where it's like what like do they need to alter in you, but like that'd be insane.
Dude, we could. No, that's the thing. Genetic engineering.
Yeah.
We can do it, and we have been doing it.
Yeah.
Like we can.
Wild.
This lady just cured HIV. Her body cured it. She had HIV, and her body just beat it.
And they put something in her?
No, she beat it on her own.
What the hell?
Like HIV. This is crazy.
Yeah.
HIV is gonna be cured in our lifetime. We're gonna be on Mars.
It's what killed Eazy-E.
Eazy-E.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Who's the basketball that Magic Johnson?
Magic Johnson.
I don't know how he's still rocking when
he's got the money too.
Yeah, he's got the money. But like Queen,
Freddie Mercury
just got bopped.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why can some people survive and some? I don't know. I'm no doctor.
Yeah.
I don't get that stuff.
Yeah.
But like the fact that we can genetically engineer ourselves, I don't know ethically. I don't really agree with it because I like natural stuff and I don't like playing God. And when you start messing with our bodies, like we don't understand, our bodies operate as a one machine, like with different parts that all work together to make harmony, you know? And when you mess with, say, your fingers to make, such a weird example, to make stronger fingers, I guess. Sure. Maybe that fucks up your forearms because now there's too much power over. Like we don't understand our bodies enough to start making changes to it. Like and I think it's stupid, like that we're trying to do this. We don't know enough morally. Like we need to know the philosophy behind something before we start doing it. Like our wisdom. I saw this great quote. It's like, it's a shame humanity's science advances way faster than its wisdom. It's like, yeah, it's true though. Like our science is so fast we can't keep up with it. And I'm like, well, fuck, dude. Have you seen what's it called? It's on Netflix. Unnatural Selection.
No, but I've heard of it. I think
you gotta watch it. It
fictional or is it
no
a docuseries?
Docuseries about genetic engineering. Talks about every side of the story. This like
what a great title too. Unnatural Selection.
So sick.
Yeah.
And it pretty much showed what stood out to me was the side of this wannabe millionaire wants to solve HIVs, not putting in the work, using a real person as a test subject, not knowing what he's doing, just injecting with this shit that could kill him. Like this, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But then you have the other side where they're using it to solve like these spinal injuries or not spinal, like I don't know what it's called, but this person like couldn't move, like choking on their own saliva, like gonna die. But you can inject like, dude, I'm no biologist. I don't know. Science stuff into the person that messes with their DNA that helps them breathe. Like, that's good.
Yeah.
And then you have the other side where it's like this guy is in his fucking garage putting firefly DNA in a dog because they did that with rats and the rats glue. Like, scientists did this. And he's like, oh, I'm a dog breeder. Let's see if I could do this with dogs. And then the dog's dead.
I only laugh because I just rewatched the first Amazing Spider-Man because we're doing like a rewatch every week leading up to No Way Home, and like that movie deals with the scientist who is missing an arm, and he gets obsessed with lizards because lizards can grow their tails back, and he puts lizard DNA in himself, and he grows his arm back, but then he turns into a giant lizard.
Dude, everything has consequences. Yeah. Like, everything has consequences, and I don't think we know enough about genetic engineering to even start messing with it. Like, you could go right now, if you have a significant other, you could go to a clinic somewhere that specializes in it and give them your eggs and embryos and sperm, and you could look at it, and they'll look and they say, all right, blue eyes, brown eyes, green eyes, tall, this is how tall they're going to be, and they could fuck with it and say, oh, you want blue eyes? Here we go. You want brown hair? Here we go. You want it to be super jacked, a big dong? There you go. Like, I don't know if that's genetic, but probably is. Yeah. I thought I'd mess with the camera. But that's the type of stuff that could help us survive on Mars, though. And which is cool. But I don't know if humans, like, if Mars has any life on it, like, I don't think we should fuck with it at all. Like, bacteria.
You think there is?
Well, I think there once was. Like, this is a little out there, wacky.
I love it. I love all the space theories.
Yeah, there's a CIA documentary from 1967. That could be wrong. Maybe
the
later.
60s, sure. Kennedy era.
Yeah. He was assassinated by the CIA.
Absolutely.
We don't know. I got into that yesterday. But the it's pretty much, it's called Mars Exploration. You can look it up. It's on the CIA files. Like, it's been released to the public. And it's pretty much goes into depth about ESP, which is, I don't know what it stands for, but it's pretty much projecting your mind to different places and in different times. So they use, it's like a psychic.
Oh, I feel like I've heard about this a little bit.
It's wild. So this guy, they give him coordinates. They're like, go here.
Yeah.
And it's Mars. And he's like, there's nothing here. They're like, all right, go back until there was people here. And he goes back 1 million years. And he's like, there's a huge storm. Like, everyone's dead. Like, there's nothing. They're like, all right, go back a little bit further. So he goes back a little bit further. And he's like, this place is massive. Like, he's like, there's canyons with roads in them. Like, everything looks massive. Like, there's massive pyramids. And they're like, do you see anyone? And he's like, no. They're like, all right, go find where people are. And he goes into the pyramids where there's like massive humanoid creatures with like these weird, not silk, but these weird, I'll say silk. It's close enough for the material. Like robes. And they're like, talk to him, like, what's going on? And he was talking to him. They're like, our planet's dying. We're waiting here. We sent people off to go see if there's other habitable planets. And then the CIA agent's just like, all right, go find those people. And he's like, he went, and he's like, oh, everyone's dead. This planet's way more fucked. And so he comes back, and he's talking to them. They're like, what do they think they're talking to? They're like, he's like, I don't know if they think it's a hallucination or just like whatever. But how they're communicating. And so their planet's fucked. They're waiting because like they fucked their planet with like climate change is what it was, because there's like storms coming, like volcanoes going off.
On Mars. Okay.
And then so all this shit happened. Like, there's way more to it. It's like a document you could read, but some of it, like if you look at the coordinates where so the pyramids were the coordinates, and if you look on Mars, like at those coordinates, like you see like the 3 big volcano pyramids like that were been there. And like right next to it is the face, the man on Mars that everyone's like, oh, it's just like rocks. But like it could just be like a giant
statue.
Well, it could be, it could be a statue. Like it could be so sick, but that was like a million years ago. It's ESP. Can't really prove it, but like it's pretty fucking dope. Like I would not be surprised.
That blows my mind.
Right? But ESP is fucking real because I was doing more research into it because I think it's so. I think it's real.
The thing that you were talking about sending people like back mentally.
Yeah, I think you could do it. There's something called, I've been looking into it more. It's called transcendental meditation.
Yeah.
Where pretty much you can get, after like it takes years, like monks type training, where you can get to an altered state of consciousnness where you could like exit your body and just go anywhere. Like it's fucking crazy.
Like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, exactly like Doctor Strange. Like so how it works is you get your body acts as a tower of sorts to, like the electrons and all this stuff inside of you act as like an amplifier, and you use that to like, I don't know, you use your fucking mind to go somewhere else, to transmit it somewhere else. Like you're a beacon, and your physical body for your mental mind to go other places. Like it's fucking wild. But these Tibetan monks, or these monks, could just like go places and see things. It's wild. I don't know. But there's an ESPA experiment where they trained someone to do ESP, and they brought him into a room, and they say, okay, they give him coordinates. They're like, go to this place. What do you see? And the first lady who did it got, I think, I'm butchering this one. I don't know the exact stat, but it was like 7 out of 9 right. Like she drew what she saw or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they trained like a sergeant to see a colonel, some high up army person or military, and he got 10 out of 10. Except there's one where it was like, it used to be a pool place, and they had a big pool tank in the middle and all this pool stuff, but it got renovated, and he described the place before the pool. He was like, oh, there's a big thing in the center here, there's this like tank here, and they're like, no, that's wrong. And then they asked the person who owned it, and they're like, yeah, this used to be a pool place and had a big tank here and like this here. And then it was like, oh, you could travel through fucking time, because time is a dimension. Like if like we're in it, so we're stuck. Like I like to think of it like film, like on a film sheet. Like for us, like we're in the film. Like all we know is going forward. Yeah. But if you're an editor, like back in the day, you see everything. You see the whole storyline, and that's what like
Kang.
Yeah. Like,
did you watch Loki?
Yeah, it's sick.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
But that's what it's like for creatures outside of this dimension. Like they don't follow time the way we do. Time is a fucking illusion. Time, everything that has happened already has, and the past has happened and the future's happened. Everything's happened. Yeah. It's just we're stuck in this now because this is the dimension we're in. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. Like wild. I love this stuff. Yeah. Like I don't know if you can get out of this dimension. Like if you could probably not. I don't know. I used to think like alien ships could get out and that's how they traveled. But I don't know. That could be a cool thought. It's probably not true though.
I don't know. It is a cool thought.
It is a cool thought.
I love all the space shit. Like even beyond just like the idea of life on Mars. Like I mean, there's other life outside somewhere. There's there's millions of like other galaxies. So we haven't even explored our own. Like what the fuck? Like absolutely.
Obviously, there's more life. And I always, people are like, oh, like we look for planets that are like ours. I'm like, dude, why do they have to be like ours? Yeah. You know, they could have. I think life survives anywhere. Yeah. So like, you go to a lava planet, and there could be like lava pups, and like it would be sick. Yeah. And they don't need to be carbon based. They can be fucking aluminum based life forms. Yeah. Dude, that's why I started a pilot in my comedy writing class. It's called Space Cops, and it really takes on this whole thing. So they're like space cops, and they go to different planets with like different creatures and stuff. It's kind of fun. That's hype. But like, dude, we don't know what's out there. Nope. We don't. And we would never know. Even if the government knows, they wouldn't tell us. Like, they wouldn't.
And I'm like, why? Why not?
So, One, it would create pandemonium for one. Two.
So that's the other thing. That's like my me being like, oh well, I know I won't get addicted to the metaverse because I know me personally. Like, I know if the government came out with this information, I would react fine to it.
Yeah.
I'd be calm and composed.
Think of
I would try
the
my
other
best.
half of the world.
Yeah.
They would go crazy. They'd get fucking guns and they'd start it would be the end of the world. But that's why I think they're slowly trickling information out to us.
Yeah.
Like they're like, tic-tac. That's
Predictive programming, you know all about that?
No, what's that?
It's like when they start putting stuff that they anticipate to release in the future, they start putting that in entertainment so that you're not shocked when it does come out.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah. Well, it's not confirmed, but like people think that like Men in Black is like a huge predictive programming thing because they think like there's a whole like conspiracy theory about the real Men in Black, about the people who show up to your doorstep in suits if you have like an alien encounter. Have you not heard about that?
No. What do you mean? No. The Men in Black, yeah, it's real.
Like the conspiracy Men in Black.
Yeah, but
like
it's real.
I think it's real too.
Oh, it is real.
Yeah. I also I believe like all conspiracies because I'm just like it's cool to question shit.
Yeah, we have to question.
But
shit.
like when they make a Men in Black movie, now when I tell people about the Men in Black conspiracy, it's like, oh, do you know about the real Men in Black? Because we've been like programmed to think of Men in Black as Will Smith.
Yeah. And
Tommy Lee Jones, and it's like weird.
Dude,
but
it's just they did the same thing with conspiracy theories. Just the thought, people think,
you're crazy.
Tin hat. Oh, you're fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like they've done this.
It's just critical thinking.
And
at the
that's
end of
why
the day.
I was thinking about that with Marvel, with the Loki shit. I'm like, this could be real. Like not
that could be
maybe not to
programming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They could be like placing. It's like, all right, make that Loki show because then it will at least plant the idea of there being multiverses out there.
Because there could be. That's what like a lot of scientists believe, that there are I don't like that thought. Like that's where I'm like, to the science where it says there probably is, I'm like, fuck you. I don't give a shit what the science says. Like, I don't care. I don't want there to be multiverses, because if there's an infinite amount of universes where you and I exist having this exact conversation in a slightly different way, where that guy is a little different, like that's too fucked for my mind.
Too far, yeah.
Like that means that there's infinite amount of yous, but then it's not you. Mm-hmm. Then it's just like someone. Is it you?
Yeah.
Is that you?
I don't even know how to react to that. Like if I see that person, is that me?
Is it you? It's someone's gonna look pretty similar, unless that's why I like Rick and Morty, because if it is infinite,
Rick and Morty.
Then you could be like a dragon person. Or we could be in a dragon universe where we're all dragons.
Yeah. Rick and Morty, written by the same guy that wrote Loki, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, Michael Waldron.
Wow.
He's incredible.
He's good.
He's also writing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Let's fucking go. That's going to be trippy as shit.
Yeah, it is.
That guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Wow. That's going to be sick. I'm really looking forward to that.
You should get him on this podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
You would have unbelievable conversations.
We'd have a great conversation. Maybe one day.